More than 50 million people suffer from allergies, and that's only in America.
But what exactly is an allergy?
An allergy is a hyperactivity disorder of the immune system.
The immune system is a system in the human body that protects against foreign substances.
Sometimes the immune system can overreact to substances that are normally harmless to the body. These substances are called allergens.
There are many different allergens, which are classified into many categories.
One category is food. Food allergies are triggered when you come into contact or consume them.
Another type of allergen is environmental allergens. Environmental allergies are triggered when coming in contact with or inhaling your surroundings.
A third category of allergens are drugs or medications. These allergens cause allergies if you consume them.
We now have Aqib Sadiq at Townsend Harris High School interviewing students about their experiences with allergies and allergens.
Hi, can you answer me questions? Do you have any allergies?
Yes.
Sir.
Well, I guess you want to know what they are. I'm allergic to peanuts and trees.
What do you experience when you come in contact with them or eat them?
I experience vomiting and diarrhea.
Do you have any parents or any relatives that experience allergies also?
My dad is allergic to fish, and my mom is allergic to shellfish.
Have you experienced anything different? Like
Well,
allergic
my mom
reaction?
mostly experiences the same things, but my dad also experiences breathing problems.
Thanks for being with us. Hi, we have AJ here with us. Are you allergic to anything?
Yes, I'm allergic to eggs.
And when you come in contact with them?
See, sir, I get hives all over my body. And also, I get eczema. Get it? Eczema. Because I'm allergic to eggs. I also get eczema. It's the EC sounds like egg. Get it? EC, egg, eczema.
Well, moving on. Do any of your family members experience allergies also?
Oh, my brother is allergic to milk and soy. When consuming them, he gets itchy, red, watery eyes, and lips swell up. My sister is allergic to wheat. She gets rashes whenever she eats it. Most children outgrow wheat allergies, so we're hoping for the best when she gets older.
Alright, well, thanks for being with us, AJ, and I hope your sister can get over her allergy.
You're welcome.
We have Desron here with us. Are you allergic to anything?
Thankfully, I'm not allergic to anything, but I have a few family members with allergies.
Would you care to tell us who they are and what they're allergic to?
My uncle is allergic to pollen. When he inhales pollen, he starts to cough and sneeze. Sometimes he gets hay fever. My grandmother is allergic to mold and dust. When she comes in contact with these, she starts to wheeze and get a sore throat. I think my cousin is allergic to cats. My family has a pet cat, and she comes over very often. Sometimes, when she comes near the cat, she starts to get a sore throat and runny nose.
Thanks, Desron.
Thank you.
That was just Aqib Sadiq at Townsend Harris High School. Those were just some common allergens and some of their symptoms.
Dr. Sam Prasad, a renowned doctor, will now provide us more information on the effects and symptoms of allergies. Wrong way.
So, about the symptoms. Allergic symptoms regarding the nasal passages and throat can result in sneezing, coughing, wheezing, having an itchy sore throat, and even getting a runny or stuffy nose. Allergic reactions regarding the eyes can cause them to become red, itchy, and watery. Allergic reactions include swelling also, specifically of the lips, tongue, eyes, and throat. And more effects concerning the skin include itchiness, rashes, eczema, and hives. Other symptoms include ear pain, vomiting, diarrhea, asthma, fatigue, dizziness, sleeplessness, and rapid heart rate. Another major symptom is anaphylaxis. During anaphylaxis, the body severely swells up and windpipe becomes inflamed and airways narrow. This can cause difficulty breathing, which can also lead to suffocation.
Thanks for the details, Dr. Sam Prasad.
Well, now we know about some common allergens and their effects. But how do these symptoms come about?
There are two processes that occur in the immune system that trigger allergic reactions. These processes are known as the sensitizing exposure and the allergic cascade.
During the process of sensitizing exposure, the body is first introduced to an allergen.
In the immune system, there are cells known as lymphocytes that check other cells for threats. When they find a threat, they immediately take countermeasures by taking the threat's information and then returning to a lymph node. At the lymph node, they change into a plasma cell and then produce antibodies built to fight that specific threat.
There are 5 types of antibodies called immunoglobulins, or IgS. But one that is responsible for causing allergic reactions is IgE.
In a properly functioning immune system, the genetic code of the immune response genes gives enough information to the lymphocyte in order for it to tell the difference between harmless substances and threatening substances.
In an allergic person's immune system, the genetic code misinforms the lymphocyte about a harmless substance and tells the lymphocyte that the substance is a threat. This mistake by the genetic code is the reason behind why people are allergic to certain allergens.
If a parent's genetic code contains a mistake, it is likely that their children's genetic code will make the same mistake because it is passed down.
The tendency to develop allergies if neither parent is allergic is 15 to 20%. The tendency increases to 50% if one parent is allergic. It increases even more to 80% when both parents are allergic. Males are more likely than females to develop allergies. Firstborn children are always more likely to develop allergies.
Back to the sensitizing exposure. When a lymphocyte sees a harmless substance as a threat, it mass produces IgE antibodies, which latch onto mast cells and basophils. Mast cells are found in connective tissue. Basophils are a type of white blood cell. Both contain histamine, a chemical that fights infection but is dangerous when released in large quantities. They cause the various allergy symptoms.
The sensitizing exposure occurs only once for each allergen exposed to the body. Then, after about a week to 10 days, the allergic cascade occurs the next time the allergen is exposed.
When fighting disease cells, the IgE antibodies latch on the surface of mast cells and basophils bind to the protein surface markers of the diseased cell after recognizing it. This alerts a group of special proteins known as the complement complex.
The first complement protein attaches to the diseased cell after being alerted. Then, it alerts the next complement protein, which also attaches to the diseased cell. This sequence goes on until the string of complement proteins is completed, and then the diseased cell is destroyed. In the allergic cascade, the cell destroyed is not the diseased cell, but the mast cell or basophil.
The histamine in the mast cells and basophils are released, causing the dilation of surface blood vessels and a drop in blood pressure. Then the spaces between surrounding cells fill with fluid, and what follows is allergic symptoms.
Now we have Dr. Sam Prasad, again with Akib Sadiq, explaining how we can deal with these allergic symptoms.
Dr. Sam Prasad, what can you tell us about allergy diagnosis?
There are various diagnosis tests you can take, in which 2 of them are skin tests. The first one is a prick test, in which the surface of your skin is injected with a tiny amount of allergen. Redness and swelling will appear at the side of the prick if you're allergic. If the results of the prick test are inaccurate, you could always switch to the second test, the infodermal test. In the infodermal test, the first few layers of your skin is injected with the allergen. Another test is the blood test, in which a sample of your blood is taken to a lab to be searched for antibodies of the allergen.
What tips can you suggest to avoid allergens?
There are many tips you can take to avoid allergens. Firstly, try cleaning your house and go carpet free. Mold and dust like to hide, in carpets especially. Next, read labels on the back of food items if you have food allergies, and avoid contact with any animals that you're allergic to.
What medication can you recommend so that we can avoid allergic reactions?
Some medications include antihistamines, decongestants, nasal sprays, eye drops, and mast cells inhibitors. Another important medication is epinephrine. You can use an EpiPen to inject epinephrine if you have anaphylactic shock.
Thanks, Dr. Sam Prasad.
Thanks, Akib.
Well, that's all the time we have.
See you next time on Know About It.
I also get eczema. It's the EC sounds like egg, get it? EC, egg, eczema.
Now we have Dr. Person 4 or Person 3 explaining how we can deal with these.
Oh no!
What?
It's Dr. Sam Prasad with a keeps.